Okay.
So tonight's live is going to be all men in the box, and I need the females in the comments. All
Uh-huh.
right. So tonight we're gonna. I need the men to have a discussion. Okay. I want us to get into the minds of how men think. Okay, and we have no females in the box besides myself because I'm the host, right? So no one to be combative, no one to argue with you guys, okay? No one to no female, I should say. Okay, so it's a man's life tonight. Us females, we're gonna be, well, I'm not in the comments, but they're gonna be in the comments asking questions. Too often we get so combative, our man think, our man. So tonight is just about how y'all think. Tonight is giving you guys y'all flowers, giving you guys y'all opportunity to tell us what bothers you guys. All right? Manosa would love to exchange, I would love to argue. But tonight is all about you guys. It's all about the men, right? Me
Oh,
and you are going to be the only two females in the box.
oh, yeah, sir.
Yes, only me and you are going to be the only two females. So we're going to have a conversation where, okay, the men are going to speak. We're not going to be combative, okay?
Oh,
I need only men in the box. I need the females in the comments to ask questions. How do you see love?
okay. Good night, everyone, and thanks for having me on this wonderful podcast. Yes, we're here live and living color. Okay, we'll make it short and spicy. Love is something that you share with someone, who you really appreciate, and someone who you can have things in common with, you know, funny, doing funny stuff, be adventurous. The little things, and the little things, it's a counts. That's the thing I would like, with somebody who you're really in love with and stuff like that. So, and it's just in our shorter version, just like somebody who compatible with you, if that suffices for you guys.
Well, love is to me, it's a quantifiable emotion, right? And it varies. It varies to me. It varies, and there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. Loving someone is pretty much a more like a humane type of love where you care for somebody and they you don't want to see them falter. You don't want to see them thirsty. You don't want to see them hungry, right? A basic humane love. And then, of course, you have the romantic love. You got paternal love and so on and so forth. So it kind of depends on what kind of love you're talking about. But I'm assuming you're talking about the romantic one. All right. So you have the romantic one where you love the person and it's just on a basic level. And then you have in love with a person, which is more intensified and you're more smitten. So I see those two things something different, and I act accordingly. So that's my perspective on that.
It's an emotion where when you're feeling this emotion for someone or something, you tend to want the best for that thing or person. You see? And you have many different ways to love. You know, it varies on the scale depending on what you're loving and the kind of love you're giving to, that person or thing. So it really varies. But the long and short of it, when you love or in love, you genuinely want the best for that person.
Okay. We have a question in the comments, right? And this answer, I want to know on a men perspective because men and female think differently when it comes to this. How do you know when you're ready for marriage? Most of the times you hear men say, oh, from when they meet the person, know if they want to marry them. Females are a little bit different on that.
I cannot really answer that question because I never see myself really get married. Yeah, so I don't know how to answer that. I figure say when you know, you just know, I guess. So, but one kind of challenge for me for answer still, because I never see myself in that light. To be honest, anything possible in life, but I never see myself in that light. So, I guess that when you know, you just know, you know. That's all I can say. So, you can't debate on that one day. That's all I can tell you.
To what I said before, um, you kind of vibe my mindset about the whole marriage thing, right?
Huh?
And again, this is the perspective that I have, and I live by it. And the older I get, the more concrete to me the evidence is. So marriage to me is nothing but litigation, right? It's a litigating. You hear me say that before. It's litigating. It's a litigating practice. You know it. I know it. We want to call it something else, but that's what it is, right? So to answer the question in terms of when are you ready to get married is when you want to secure your legacy. A matter of fact, in my opinion, the minute you decide you want to have a child, if a man wants to have a child with a woman, it's it's pretty much time for you to marry the woman because now you have to secure. And of course, I'm assuming that you're in love with the woman because you're marrying her. But that's not a really good reason for me to get married, right? It's to secure your legacy. It's to secure the person that brought you this child into the world. It's to make sure that everything is copacetic across the board. It's litigation. That's all it is. People use vows that they don't really mean. They just get through the practice. They never really remember the vows. They don't honor the vows. Nothing like that. So it's well beyond um, some romantic type deal. It's nothing more than a litigating factor, right? It gives you false sense of security. It gives you social status. It gives you a perception that there's something really heightened about it. And of course, a lot of people is going to say, "Oh, it's a union between God and a promise between God." Stop it, right? Because look, that's not true.
Epic.
So so they invoke God when it's convenient, but when the marriage is going on, God is out of it, right? According to how they put it, it's out of it. So so I don't really like to engage in those conversations where it's not really honest with reality. Because they say one thing and then something else is happening. I mean, I'm no fool, right? But they say, like someone said in a comment, it's a union between you and God. That's what they say. But obviously that's not true. So
But
that's my take. So when
okay,
you,
but big,
like I said, when you're ready to secure your legacy, and the woman of your who you choose to partner to do that with, that's when you decide. But it's
okay,
all litigation.
but big of you. But did you, when you first met your wife, you knew that you were gonna marry her?
When I first met my wife, I did tell her that I'm going to marry her.
Okay, so
Yes.
you knew it off the bat.
Well, I don't know if you knew. I don't know if you want to call it new. I just tell her that I'm going to.
Oh,
I don't know if you is that no, or would you call that no? You're gonna marry her, or you just materializing what you want to do, what plan you have. I told her right off the bat, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and marry you, right? In my mind, I'm going. The legacy is already in my mind. Having children with her, um, I'm projecting forward, and we just met. Like I don't even think I met her 2 or 3 weeks, and I told her that.
First of all, me personally, I do not subscribe to religions. So, for me, marriage is a religious thing, Zane. So, I kind of see it different. But in my version of marriage would look weird different from what the religion them have. The signing of the paper and the agreement for this and that. And my version is different. Um, how do I know I want to spend a lifetime with a woman? That would be the question with for
okay.
me personally. Um, when I can see my unborn children in her eyes, when I feel her, I mean the core of our energy in our place where As my friend that said, only God reside. Zin, when we're in sync, when we're in sync, Zin, when I say in sync, I can finish our sentences, she can finish my sentences. We're on the same frequency. You know, when I know that I'm able to grow with her, Zin, when I know I'm able to build with her, Zin. So for me is when I love this woman to the extent that I will do anything for her betterment. Zane, that's when I know that is my forever woman.
So how do you know that though? And how early do you know that? I'm kind of confused because everybody's giving me the politically correct answer. And you know, there's a myth out there when men know that they want to marry somebody, because that is, I don't think you're going to get that. When do you get that? You're going to get that like what, 10 years
I
down the
don't think
line? That's
I
what I was
don't think
thinking.
there's anything I don't think there is anything political in my answer. It cannot mean
Okay.
a 2 weeks. It cannot mean a 1 month. It
Okay.
cannot mean a it cannot mean a day.
Okay.
You understand me? I said
Yeah.
it's more a feeling thing. You know, it's more it's not just a sit down and to come to some agreement. Me have this, you have this, put them together and that and my thing that. You understand me? I say
All
that
right.
can feel like to our core.
Okay.
Me, with a question like that, I go always say to each his own. Like, you're not gonna really know until you know. For some people, as well, Fear said, could be today, tomorrow, a month from now, 2 years, 10 years. You're not gonna really know until you know. I'm gonna think we need to go in more than that because it's just as simple as that. You're not know until you
We
know.
all know what's going on, or we see in the media what's going on between Will and Jada, right? And Will Smith has finally come out and spoken. And he was standing next to his wife, and his response was like, she's his best friend for life. I want to know, on a man's level, right? You as a man, your perspective, how would you handle embarrassment in that form with a female? Because how he's reacting is kind of like not the norm. Or is it because I'm a female, I think it's not the norm for a man to react how Will Smith is reacting? He's very calm, he's not speaking, and he's standing right next to his
Not
wife.
tell a lie, the one that catch me half guard, cause I don't know how him do it still. In strong. He's a strong brother, I'm not tell a lie, because I argue a long time. Once she make a statement like that at the interview, I respectfully decline her move, because in that day, can't say she don't really love him. He just have him there as no no. Me no know, me no know. Boy, me no know. That one that tough. Me not tell a lie, though. That one that tough. But I want to say that relationship, though. I can't tell you that much. I want to say that one that. So, but mm, that one, the boy, God go they put that one there, because my foot them tired. We can't, that one that challenging, we can't take up that one there.
And when
Yes.
I'm saying man, I'm talking about in all its forms. Don't take them a kind of disrespect. I don't do disrespect in any way, shape, or form. So that not gonna work for me. For me, the woman is disrespectful. As a matter of fact, she's beyond disrespectful, right? It's some type of new category of abuse that him can extricate himself from. But no, me can't, me not, no, that not gonna work for me. In no way, shape, or form. No, that not gonna work for me, brother. So me no know why me can't tell you. Me not take disrespect. Mm-mm. Jaja.
Well, first of all, I'm not so sure the man did feel embarrassed because most of the things in them keep it a certain way if you look and sound a certain way. So I can't really say the man feel embarrassed about that. But
No,
to
how
put
would
myself
you, not about him, how would you handle that? Not
yeah,
him.
put myself in another position then now, like if I did have somebody, a wife or so, actually was, I deal with me certain way upon the media, disrespect me and all of that. Like, from the first disrespect, she gone, like, worse upon the media. You get what me I say? Like, you're gone. When I need for you, stay and I take all of this. Like, the media is nothing to laugh about. People take them on a life because of the media. And them done in it, you see me? So it kind of really hard for put myself in the position as a so-called normal man. You get what me I say? But I not think I would have stick around for so long if me did have a wife who had disrespect me certain way. You get what me I say? But man, that's
I will do. But I shut my mouth about you said nothing in my public domain. And take
You
a
would,
little time to do this.
but would you stand next to her though? Because that's what he's doing. He
If
is
that's what
standing
if
next to
that's
her and saying that she's his best friend for life.
if that's what I have to do to make everything seem cool and seem alright, that's what I will do.
So would you stay with her?
But I take my time and figure out a way to safely depart.
Four men, four different responses. See the difference?
She's in the middle of it doing the do. Let me tell you how to properly handle this. It'll mess with the both of their heads. I promise you, the one thing you never want to do is get angry. You get naked. You don't even ask them to join. You just do it. And do it aggressively. He's gonna jump back automatically ready to fight because he's confused. You just ninja'd his brain, but then he's gonna quickly realize you ain't trying to fight. Not with your swords drawn at least. And yes, I've been in this situation. Now you and dude know what's going on, but she's still confused. So what do next? You fist bump the other guy. That lets her know that you and I have a truce and it's about to go down. There's gonna be a whole lot of nastiness going on now. So the moral of the story is don't get mad, just join in. What's the sense in letting your anger make you do something that's gonna land you in jail? So don't catch a case. Catch a nut. Respectfully, of course. Sensational.
Mute your mic. And what would you do in
If
that
me come in and see a man, a man posterior go up and down, I leave. Some man we broke fast, some man we do things like that, some position we don't want up in. Or some man do what the man said and join the phone, which we never hear that happen before still, but never hear that yet, because most of the time we are broke. But separate apart from that, when you see a woman and a man, uncompromise the position, that means you're being replaced. So just respectfully leave. Simple as that. That's how it go. You can't win all the time.
You need a little bit more meat on a potato, cause so is it my house that I catch them in, or is it somebody else's house?
obviously it'll be your house because you walk in and see the act.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, if it's in my house, am I gonna get hurt bad before he leave? Yes. You understand? Am I gonna get hurt bad? Me nah kill him enough. Nah go kill him. But some damage have to go happen to him structure. And then he can leave. Because what you're not gonna do is leave and then spread it around that me a wet bread. You understand? You come and pile me woman and me not do nothing about it. That not gonna work for me. Cause me and she done enough. So me not gonna put my hands on her and none of that. But brother, you're not gonna leave you so unharmed and unscathed. Something not gonna happen. And if you choose to take it any
that,
further
bro.
than that, then you have to take it.
Hold on, Khan. Hold on, Khan.
You
Hold
have to
on.
go take it. Because me walk with my burner, you know. Me have my burner. So you either go take a mash up face, yai, broke foot, or you take one of them hot something out of this. Which one you rather, brother? And then move on along and move along. You're not gonna go on and talk on the street and make my name go spread like some or some little. No, that not gonna work. And if you want to call police, you can call police too. Yeah, you wanna do that, man. That's how me I deal with it. You know, play them something.
Well, as a man who love hunting is a perfect hunting season still. You
What?
want to go on. You see, the thing is this. Another woman, Because I care less now. The whole of the care just gone right through the window upon that instant. If me dey even have nothing left. But if I'm my house, you see they disrespect their heart. Understand this. You see when a man a go in a man house, he know where up for. And him know the chances where man take.
Yep.
You better not get caught. You understand? If a man going to another man's house, him know the risk where man take. So you play foolish games, you shall be rewarded. You will get foolish prizes. You understand? And me would be one of them you would have to dish out the prize there.
So that happened in Jamaica though. But guess what? No, the girl go call in the man, right? And when the man did a posture go up and down in the bedroom, sheet a flat there, and the man come from work earlier. Don't lie, the man come from work in normal time. And when the man pull the door, and the bottom man see, he just put two in his chest and kill him.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Put two in his chest and eradicate him, man. So the
Okay.
man who live in his house, just like the man you go your house, And when you open the door, you see a man posture go up and down. A man must jump off of the bed and go for the machine and put two in his chest. And I like the man who live at the house.
Wow.
Is it, But me no know, cause them man ya, probably them did get a lie and hear say, yo, she never have no woman. Like, I know idea woman are disrespecting in and I money. Me not say you not feel no way. If do or not do, but the man is just
No.
in a year house and let him in, unless him a thief, So I an idea. I understand why we would have beat him, broke him up or whatever, but I an idea. Now say if you put your hand on the woman, but you not have to put your hand on none of them, because him not really do nothing unless you're bridging when know say yo, But if it's a strange man we don't know you, I not think would have do him no. And then again, for me, it would have really depends on the state of mind and mood when me there now. When me would have really do. 'Cause if me there in a calm mood a certain way, I'ma come see that. Probably me just turn around and just exit back the same way me I come from and know say man it done. But probably if me dey all reach home in a dark move and mood and me see that probably two of them in a same position with them dead in a daughter this me say if your husband cheat on your so-called cheat, don't go. Work it out with him because the next man are gonna do the same and the next and the next and the next and the next and the next. When you say so-called cheat, what do you mean? Because man don't cheat. Man's just not meant to be monogamous. Man not meant to be monogamous. And no matter if a woman cheat more than men. 100%. They just never get caught for it. Okay.
His thought process: if your husband cheat on you, this is a man. If your husband cheat on you, don't leave him, because men are not known to be faithful. That's a one part. This, they'll keep it as that. Let me just keep it right
Women
as
are better cheaters than men. You understand? They are very good at it. I mean, everybody know the type of feel and I tell you, women they are very good. A man will take 5 seconds look on a woman will take like 2 seconds look on a man and can't tell what kind of shoes him wear, what kind of color they wear the day before, and everything less than 2 seconds. That's how good a woman is. But a woman is, some women are kind of spontaneous, but majority of the women them, they never cheat. Something not fair happen for them really cheat. Sometimes you haven't said spontaneous, but most of the time something happen to make them really cheat. And would you say a woman cheat more than a man cheat more than a woman? But in a day, if you cheat with a woman, she have fair man. So most of the time, them say man have more woman to cheat on. So for example, a man have like 3, 4 women, a woman will have like 2 women, 3, the most of stuff like that. So I would say that it kind of 50-50, but I think women are better cheaters. So a man them are not monogamous, but they can be.
Men naturally are attracted to women across the board, right? And in a certain part of your development, we covet the attention of women more than one. That woman over there, this woman over here, that woman over there. It's our cultural practices and our discipline that makes us conform to whatever society that you're in, whatever culture that you're in. We tend to conform to that, but it's not natural. It's not natural. So he's right in that regard. I think women have a more divine nature than men, in my opinion. They have a more divine nature than men to be they're more disciplined. Let's say that. They're more disciplined in the relationship than men. So I wouldn't put my money on women cheating more than. And I remember we're talking globally. So let's not just what I mean in our own purview. So yeah.
I don't think it's in our nature to be based on how me know myself and every man what me know and all of my friend them and every man what me meet. Based on that, I don't think it's in our nature, but I think we do conform to societal norms, Zane. And yeah, I think we're just conforming, but I don't think it's in our nature, like honestly. Um, me know I the hard truth or no one here, but I truth. When I ask for truth, so I can tell you no. I don't think it's in our nature. I honestly do think we conform. Women are, I don't know if I good them good, that what them do are the man them don't care. Zane, it could be one or the next. The man them could have just really don't care. Or the woman them could have come off really good. But let me tell you this. I don't see a woman having sex with as much men as men do women in their lifetime. So, with that said, the woman cheat more than man. I don't know. Let's see how that add up. Only a sex worker I could have see a match up to a regular man as a woman. So, I don't know. What do you
I
think?
agree with most of them on them so far. I can say when it comes to woman and man, when I ask if man cheat more or women cheat more, I would I say it level off. You get me? I feel like say why women kind of think men cheat more because them say we are dog and we chase and we know say the girl is them out there and all of that. But when you look on it too, most of them man are live single lifestyle or open relationship lifestyle. And you look on the other angle like are the same with the women them. The women them will go other road them not really in a relationship really say them a cheat. You get what I say? So we can't really answer that cheating part right there. With the whole monogamous thing now, like as the man them say, I don't think it in our nature as human beings, not just man, cause I feel like say all woman too. Me know say back then woman usually go around and have who she want. So I feel like it's a two-way thing and as only say societal norms and we basically get disciplined a certain way make we have choice now. We for go against the discipline we get and all of that. But like my always one point out when I got to this thing, Adam did have two wives just saying. Lilith and Eve. So it was from the beginning man did have two wives.
So when it comes to the question about the father tell, I heard the clip. So thank God I don't have any daughters, so I won't go through this. But when it comes to if I have a daughter if I should have a daughter comes to me to stay with a man that cheated on her, or that's a baby come home. So I wouldn't encourage it. But I don't have a daughter, so I'll never be in that position. So, but I wouldn't encourage it. However, when it comes to this thing about human beings monogamous, it's a cliche, a facade. It's actually against our nature. Men, especially, were never made to be in one location. We were always hunter-gatherers, gathering and moving on. So it's in our nature to almost to say settle down. But with Con, I'm gonna kind of say it's not just a man thing, it's a people thing. So I don't believe it works, but somehow society force it up on us and we adapt to it and conform to it, like Pharaoh said. I mean, we can always go back biblically and see like man like King Solomon had 300 wives and 700 concubines or whatever the case is. Now, it is clear that women seem to think they're better cheaters, but men outdo women in that department, and it's not even close. You see, a woman might call a man cheating after he cheated 100 times. But most female can't even cheat 10 times without being found out.
So I don't see how a woman can compete on that ground whatsoever. It's not even close. The numbers I know, like Pharaoh says, it's not even possible. That's my take still.
Just let me tell you something for real. 'Cause I say when men do go, they go cheat if them cheat. Normally them go after women where can't match up to for them woman cause them not really look for a place or them just want to get a look up, knock and move on. I'm always have it to say when women cheat now them not really cheat with somebody them not really like. Them have to have some form of attraction or liking for the person who up them up and give the person them front. So in a sense from them have liking to the person, them are gonna catch feelings and when they catch feelings it normally show them emotional, them start act out, them start to do the most of my time. So for real, once a woman start cheat certain way, you will really pick up because to me feelings attached. While as the man, them they don't really have feelings attached more than them just get a broke arm. But yeah, you're right.
And I can add something to that as well. Just 1 second. Women normally cheat to replace. And that's why they usually cheat a man with a man they think is better than the one they're with. As a man, don't cheat for no reason.
If you have a daughter, right, that whole part of don't leave because you're catching bodies. So you're married to this man and him cheat on you, and you catch a body, and then you're married again, you catch a next body, and you're married again, and married again, and married again, and married again. So is it a case where a woman should stay with a man after him cheat, and how many times is too many times?
Good
I
question.
feel like the reason why he say what him say about the daughter because of the mindset when him have to say men not really cheat because really in our nature to be polygamous. So we are going to end up go for your next partner. So as him a really try to say is it don't make no sense you go leave from the one who cheat. Because when you go to the next one, you might do the same thing and you go left one, go to the next one and third. You see, it's him basically has to try to work it out because in our nature way, you know. But man, I know. I feel like say, when it comes to the limit, we all know our limits. And I feel like say, the people once them see say them a get hurt a certain way, like them a lose themselves. At this the limit because some people when them see them a get hurt, them still want hold on. When them see them a lose themselves, them still a go. You get what me I say? Them no want stop, them no want let go, them no want turn back. So for me, when you actually realize say you're hurt, you start hurt certain way, you don't want to get too hurt. You start lose yourself, you don't want to lose yourself too much. So you cut it from before it reach too far.
You see how the scenario just switched, and I find it fascinating, right? That earlier when we were talking about the man that walked in and saw his woman cheating, the response that you guys had, and the tables flip, flip, and you guys, and this is not being combative, I'm telling you guys what I'm hearing. And if Evanor or Tracy, whoever in the comments could back me up here,
But we
it's
don't know
like,
if you understand what your ears tell you now. Or you take a different meaning from where your ear.
what do you mean?
You me break down where your ear a while ago? Alright. Your ear say men are territorial. Zing. Your ear say men are hunters. Your ear say men are protectors. Zing. Your ear say men are going to defend them turf. Zing.
Taxi, come here.
That your ear, no, so I don't know where you ear or where you think your ear.
Yes, I that's exactly what I heard. But also, what I also heard was when the tables turn and it is the female, you guys look at it different.
Because we are hunters, as I said. Zing. Not you, you know. It's not the female of the hunters, you know. And we are the hunters. You understand? We are the hunter
Yeah,
gatherers.
men are monogamous, right? They're not really monogamous we already kind of discussed the culture and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, What I guess the question now is that is that the logic you should use to advise your daughter whether to stay or not?
Okay.
And that's not a sound logic. That's not a sound logic. That's actually weird, right? Because you know why? People are not binary, right? People are not binary. So how could you make a call like that based off a binary statement like that? That's how people get abused physically, emotionally, and all kind of crap. So it goes way more deeper than just, oh, men like many women, so just stay with it. No, it goes well beyond that. It goes well beyond that. There's depth to this stuff. So to me that's an asinine reason to tell your daughter why they should stay. That's dumb. It's pretty dumb.
With me understanding man nature, Zane and thing, I would say to any man or any woman, Zane, if you're going into a relationship with a person and you're serious about that person, knows that the person you want to spend your life with, you have to start learning how to resolve problem and resolve issues. Zane, if you run the first time something happens, you might just end up being a runner, a track star, and run from body to body to body to body. Zane, until they reach one place where you decide, say, you know what, no man, become man wicked, like a lot of women do today. You understand? So, them have to learn the skill there where them can work out the issue and find, and I'm not saying that every relationship should go that way because there are some relationships and there are reasons to leave. Zane, but may I say, we have to learn to work out issues too at the same time. That's all may I say.
Okay, so all right. So let me ask a question though for the men, because y'all saying men are not monogamous, but then y'all saying if you get that one, you work out the issues and you stay. And I would tell my daughter to come home, but y'all saying that men are not monogamous. So when do men stop being monogamous for the situation? I'm confused. You know what I'm saying to you? Evanor, help me out if you understand what me I try to say. Because they're saying that men are not meant to be monogamous, but you will tell your daughter to come home, or, you go through that phase of, finding the one, or if you cheat, you forgive him, and which is the same thing, the same information the guy is giving his daughter. If your man cheat, don't leave him. But then some people saying that if it's their daughter, they're gonna say, "Daughter, come home." So I'm confused.
It's two
But
different.
go ahead.
It's two different optics here, right? We
Yeah.
have the question of whether men are monogamous or not, right? That has nothing to do with what you should or should not do. That's two separate things. What you are or what you practice is one thing, right? But when it comes to real life, because remember again, just because we're by nature monogamous, well, the culture dictates that that's not a good idea, right? Because it caused hurt, it caused damage to the family, it caused promises to be broken or expectations to be mingled. So it doesn't just because a man might have this desire. That means if you're married, that means to say that all other women are no longer attractive, which is foolish. Women don't become unattractive because you're married. You see what I'm saying? So it's not something that you have to act upon, whether you're monogamous or not. You don't have to act upon it, and it all depends on the space that you're in mentally. So, in terms of advising, that's why I said it's pretty dumb to advise your daughter to stay based on a binary statement, because what you just did is locked in all variables out. All other variables you locked out, and you just home in on, oh, men are monogamous, not monogamous. So that's the decision. That's the deciding factor. Well, I'm not the same as you, bro. I'm not the same as you. I have more discipline. I have more understanding. I have more knowledge. I'm more spiritual. So why are you going to make a decision for me based on your insecurities or your low vibration? You see what I'm saying? It's two separate type of outlook here. It's not binary.
Yeah. So I'm with that. Like, listen. So the fact is that because you might be being not monogamous might be innate does not negate morals, right? So the fact that I'm a human being and I'm not monogamous, then what is innate at times conflicts with morality, right? So cheating creates harm. 100%. Cheating is harmful. That's against morals. So the fact that we are not monogamous, I'm not saying you should be, my daughter, I'm not going to advise my daughter to stay with men that are cheaters. That's just a primitive instinct. That's innate. You're born like that. That's what morals does. Morals is there to keep primitive instinct in check. That's it.
Exactly. In other words, we simply conform. Our innate, you know, our innate nature, right, is not monogamous. It's just not. However, we conform. That's it. Most men, I won't say every man, every man, but most men dream would be if he's able to be his true self with his partner. If he can express himself in truth, if there's a safe place for him to be openly true. I mean, like as real as himself is if he can communicate to her upon that level, Zine, without the backlash, without the bend of face, without the this, without the pum pum withdrawal, without the whole of them something there, Zine, I think a lot of men would really appreciate of that.
So if that is the nature of a man, right? And you buck up in a woman where she is willing to have such relationship. Call it, people give it all kind of name, polygyny, polygamy, all kind of stuff. And she is down for that, right? But she also wants to exercise the right to not be monogamous and conform to society's standards. Can men handle that? So here's the sentiment, okay? So if men are not naturally, innately, right? It's not within them to be monogamous. If you buck up on a woman, should I say like me? Jaja God. You buck up in a woman like me now. We're open to options. Open to options. And she said to you, say, okay, guess what? Granted that there's guidelines and there's rules, because nobody not gonna just out here just frivolous and careless, right? Open to all kinds of rules. How do you mitigate such a relationship, right? Like how do you because most men would say, no, man, I make my woman go out, they go get body done by no man, by no next man. So if you have a woman who is free spirited, who thinks that way, that we are naturally not, both men and women, because I do believe that it is a conformity, it is a thing. And women in here might be like, oh no, girl, speak for yourself. And no, we don't think that. I only want one man and I only desire one man or whatever. Just because you're married doesn't mean that your pum pum won't jump if you see somebody will look good. So, yeah, all that going on, men.
Thank you for watching Mix Up in Business. That was part 1 of In the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at Kenesha Beckett 1. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like on this video. Stay tuned for part 2.